call the meeting to order, we could please. Let the record show that Magistrate Lear is absent, and excused absent.
That's a mistake.
He informed me, that's a lot. First order of business would be minutes from the May 19th meeting. This was mailed to you guys. I had an opportunity to review those.
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion by Sam Hutchins to approve, second by Jerry Hahn. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Next would be your bills list, additional bills list, and transfers. Rhonda kind of bared a pencil light down on me this week.
Did we ever buy a trailer? I remember we talked about it before.
Covered trailer.
No, no.
I know it's where we rented one. I wondered why we rented one for both.
For both machines.
I know, but you was talking about that.
Yeah, but you have probably 3 or 4 for the voting machines, don't you?
Yeah, they use 2 at least.
Two at least.
Yeah.
No, we didn't
You
talk
all
about that.
trade, yeah. They're enclosed, you know.
And that's working out pretty good.
So they don't get wet up.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a good idea Kroger came up with there. Or somebody. I give Kroger credit, maybe it's Jim.
No, again, these things can't get wet, so they're little computers.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Motion by Jerry Hahn to pay the bills and transfers to Jerry. Is there a second? Second by Bernard Ice. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapproved? Motion carries. Next would be second reading on our budget for 2015-16. You guys have already approved that on first reading, advertised for second.
If we do the amendment, we're going to have to do the first.
No, the amendment is on this current budget.
Okay. Okay.
Motion to approve first, second reading adoption by Bernard Ice, second by Sam Hutchins. Yes, amendment.
That's fine.
All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Next would be a budget amendment. And Rhonda sent you a letter with her explanation why we want to redo a first reading on this because of some technicalities from the State Department of Local Government. Entertain a motion to approve on first reading and advertise for a second.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Motion by Keith Metcalf, second by Jerry Hahn. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Thanks for that explanation too. That helped. That helped me not have to say, what's going on here?
Thank you, Rhonda. It was a very good budget. Thanks for putting it all together.
Next would be board appointments. I only have one, and that's the North-Nelson Water Board. I put the other one on there. I thought I had somebody that was going to take that position, and they declined. This order would be, and the court has to approve this one. Don Mudd to be reappointed to the North-Nelson Water District Board. He's done a good job according to all the other directors. Since Jeff is not here in his district, Keith can motion to approve. A second by Sam Hutchins. Can I get a second, Sam?
Yes.
Second by Sam Hutchins. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Let's see, is Pablo here yet? He got stuck this morning. I'm going to pass on the Lincoln Trail Health Department request, and we'll come back to that in a few minutes. Tourism budget. This was mailed to you guys in your packet. This is a pass-through budget. Is Dawn here? She's supposed to have been here this morning if you had any questions. But I can try to answer for you. Looks like the approved budget is you have the restaurant tax at $525,000, the room tax at $195,000, the other miscellaneous funds for a total budget on revenue of $743,250. Of course, it's offset by expenses. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary for that. It looked like pretty routine to me.
Look fine.
Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Bernard. Second. Second by.
Actually went down a little bit.
Yeah. But that revenue could be up.
Yes.
Depends on the restaurants. Could I get a second to that? Second by Jerry Hahn. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carries. Media, you got a copy of that, leave in your mailbox. Have you got your mail?
I did, but I didn't see a copy of it. I'll check again.
I'll make sure you
I'll
get a
check
copy.
again.
I got a copy.
Okay, good night.
Next would be the 2015-16 workman's comp insurance. I solicited from two different brokers, from our current broker Kathy Clemens at Eugene Wilson and USI Pat Conway, who has some of our other insurances, for a proposal for our workman's comp. And I sent you guys a memo on that, and by USI I found some discounts that Kathy at Eugene Wilson did not have, and that's through the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce. You know, if you belong to like a Farm Bureau, you belong to the Farm Bureau, you have to belong to the association to get the discounts. And even though this is a little bit bigger in a percentage, it saved us actually $14,357 under bid.
Not spending 1,000.
Yeah, we had to spend 1,000,
Spend
13,000.
No, it's actually 15,000.
It's pretty good.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I gave you the net.
Oh, okay.
I gave you the net.
That's a pretty good investment, I suppose.
Yeah. Even though sometimes the chamber goes against my political will sometimes. A motion to approve USI. Thank you, Bernard. For a second?
I'll say.
Second by Sam Hutchins. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapproved? Motion will carry. EMS report?
Should have your monthly report for May, mailbox. 577 calls for May, 101 non-transport. Right now for the fiscal year, we're at 6,046 calls, so we'll be over 6,500 calls for this year, which is a new mark for us. We did just reported to get by the building, Station 1. We got the metal on the overhang changed out last week to brown. Kind of matches the other county buildings, painted and trimmed doors, so you can go out there and take a look at it. It's pretty good. That's it.
Thank you. Jail report, Dorcas?
Okay, today we have a total of 120 inmates. We don't have any in Hardin County. We don't have any on home incarceration. We have 38 state inmates. We have 3 that's serving weekends. So we have an in-house total of 117 inmates. Of course, we have a district court today too, so hopefully some of those will be all right. But that's all I have for you.
That's good news for me, Dorcas. We're winding down our fiscal year too, aren't we, Rhonda? Landfill solid waste report.
All right. You guys, every year we do an annual survey, kind of shows what we've used as far as space. What I'm giving you guys is a chart that shows per year the cubic yards. The reason I kind of give you that, it shows a trend on where we're at. You can kind of tell back in the early 2000s how busy everything was, and now it's kind of leveled off. Around that 70,000 cubic yard clip is what we use per year. The reason that's important is once we did our annual survey, the original landfill design had 2.5 million cubic yards. We've got 960,000 cubic yards left. If you do the math, that's about 12, 13 years, depending on our trends on what we do. In between time, I continue to try to work on that expansion. What I got left to do is about 3 maps and then some archaeological and critical habitat stuff to look up.
Seen you got a surveyor back out there too, right? And the deals list, we paid a surveyor.
What that was in reference to, Keith, is we had to redo our groundwater monitoring plan for their request. And we keep going back and forth with those guys discussing the specifics. One of the things they wanted was elevations.
I thought it was something to do with that.
Which surveyor was it?
Height?
Height would be the annual survey.
That was the annual survey.
Okay, I didn't know which one you had to be able to listen
From
to.
day one, they've done that survey for us.
Survey did that?
Fred, you said 12, 13 years left. What you referenced?
When I say 12 or 13 years left, that's in our contained landfill.
Permit.
A current permit.
Current permit, what's currently approved with the Division of Waste Management. Yeah, and we're going through that process of trying to expand the landfill. It'll give anywhere between 40 to 50 years of space additional. But that is a long process, guys, and I'm trying to find time in between daily stuff to get
planning, what, 5 years or so? Probably.
Probably.
We figured 5 years, right?
Find time in between fixing motors and dealing with broken garbage cans and
Fishing.
Day to day. Speaking of motors, what Dean's bringing up is one of our roll-off trucks, actually the newer of the two. It's got a Mercedes engine in it. One of the valves let loose, which basically messed up the cylinder. Some of you guys I talked to individually about it. We were going to try to change that motor out, put a cat motor in. It just didn't work out. Couldn't get the company to stand behind it and give us a warranty. So we're fixing that in-house. If things go right today, it should be back up and running again. I've given my guys a pat on the back. They worked a lot of overtime the past 2 weeks to keep up, so it's worked out well.
but when the engine cranks, we're gonna have a cranking bar.
Exactly. Dean calls me every day about it. Outside that, we have an inspection since our last meeting. It went fine. Typical stuff they're always asking for covered. But that was it, really.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go to the road department report.
First thing you got on there, Dean, is the Woodlawn Bridge
Repairs?
repair. You guys we've got a wing wall on that bridge that failed, broke, and is pushing out. It's close to the edge of the road and it needs repairing. I sent you all an email and went out and got quotes. What complicates it is several things, of course. There's a water line that's too close. We'll
Is
have
the water line in the easement?
No. It's outside the easement. So they, we only got 20-foot right of way there from center line, and it's outside that 20-foot. It's on a private property is what it is, basically. So we'll have to have it moved. I got 2 different quotes, 2 different water line contractors. You can see them on the sheet that I gave you. Billy Gilkey, ditch witch service, $9,983. The construction of the wall itself, I got Hornback. I was disappointed, very, very, very disappointed in Hornback's quote. That just tells me they're very busy.
Real busy. I felt that.
Yeah, and then McMichael Construction gave me a quote. I don't, and I've talked to him about it. He's the guy building our wall, our building out there.
Good job.
Yes, sir. Still looks good.
He says he can handle it. He's just got to jump on it. He can't pull off of it because he can't leave
That's what
that
concerns
edge of that
me.
road. I mean,
Did you make him aware that?
I made him aware. I told him if he starts, he can't quit. He can't pull off and go do another job. He's got to get done in 2 or 3 days, or the road will
I
cave.
guess you'll state that and kind of in the contract when you do something with him.
Well, it's just a purchase order is all we
Yeah,
got.
it's
on
a
this.
start, so it's.
I suggest, I would recommend the court to use Billy Gilkey to relocate the water line and use the McMichael Construction Company for the construction of the wing wall. At this time, entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion, but I do think we need to stress to him how important it is that once he sticks a backhoe in the ground, he needs to move with this.
Get it done.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Bernard. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Carried. I thought that was real reasonable in the overall project, so I thought it was going to be
It
much.
doesn't include the guardrail,
I
like I
understand.
noticed on
We've got
there.
money built into the budget for that too, so
Yeah,
we're still gonna be under budget. I'll talk about it. Blacktop list? Hang on there. You anxious? Okay, great. Blacktop list, you have 2 magistrates that have put together some of their new blacktop lists. For this, is it, well, the money will be mixed, I'm sure, before it's through. On district number 1, looking at Patton Road, right? No, not Patton, I'm sorry, Terman Clark Road, I'm sorry. $15,934.19. And then on, that's the only one I got today here, Keith.
Yeah.
Okay,
The other one's
perfect.
Flex Fund.
Oh, Flex Fund's already been approved, yeah. Need a motion to approve?
I'll so make that motion.
Motion by Keith Metcalf to approve, is there a second by Jerry Hahn? Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? The motion will carry. Give a copy of that.
the other one's what is the money proposal for KYTC money, if that works.
Right.
Yeah. On district number 3, Magistrate Ice, he's proposing to do Tool Creek Lane timber trails, the first part of the timber trails, to clarify that.
Right.
And then the old Nelsonville Road, for a total of $87,546.
Jim thought we might hold it for a while, take another look at it.
Okay.
This time.
Okay.
Today.
Okay. I would have held on to it. I didn't know, I thought you were ready to go. So, Jim, rest of your report.
Okay. Jim Conroe. Was it gonna get that?
Back out. You get a list of, you get a proposal together for us? His road, Chester Line, on the county side.
I've got it here.
We can prep it.
You gave me a work order on it, Jerry. We're gonna prep it, so if you wanna make a motion to pay,
Usually the magistrate will bring that to me. I didn't know you wanted to do it today. But we could, no problem.
Yeah, I wanna get that on the road.
hold on. If I can find it. I may not be able to find it. If he had called me,
Well, that's okay. Let's entertain a motion to approve the payment of Chester Hahn Road, right in District Number 5, and the value of it will go in the court. The actual cost of it will go in the court. Oh, you got it for me? $36,108.14.
Right.
Motion to approve?
All right.
Yes?
I make a motion.
Okay, thank you. Need a second? Second by Bernard Ice. All approve, say aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry.
let me,
I'll make you a copy of this, Elaine.
yeah, no.
Jim, you keep that and make your copy, please. That's right. Now the rest of your report.
Rest of the report's just routine maintenance. We are bush hogging, of course. We're starting in District 3 today. We finished 5, 2, and 1. Then we'll go to District 4. So it's moving along. We've done a little boom mowing for the City of Bloomfield in their park that we do about every year for them over there. Finished working on that cul-de-sac there, Sam, on Brentwood.
Looks real nice.
And we paved it, built it, widened it, 35-foot radius, and used our paved machine to put the base and surface down.
I need to talk with the school and see if they can't use that now for their turnaround instead of what they've been doing.
Yeah, that's
Makes it a lot more
the
accessible.
intent of it, so they go
Yeah,
around that.
yeah.
This 35 radius is what's standard in our subdivision regulations.
Yeah.
I thought I sent them a note, but I'll have to check an email.
I just want to make certain that they handle that.
Yeah. We've rocked shoulders along Joe Liver's toll gate, done some work at Bardstown parking lot, just routine stuff.
You fixed my culvert on Culver's Lane, done an excellent job.
Yeah, gave him baskets. We rebuilt that. It was done kind of poorly years ago, and we took it apart.
Well, it looks
rebuilt
good.
it. Turned out nice, yeah. Entrance culverts on Stringtown, Petersburg, Bergeron Road, those are typical come in. Then we got one on Ora Brent that we're working on. And anything else, if chip sealing things you guys need done, we talked about one this morning, Sam asked about, but we'll probably get done. So, McIntyre Road East.
On the little, for the,
Yeah, it's been about, what,
for the winery?
2 years or
For the
so.
winery?
No, it goes all to the old McIntyre home place, one little house back there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. For Ed,
Ed McIntyre's home, yeah.
okay.
That's the road department report. The annual supply bids, Brad will go over it a little bit.
Now, let me, I'm gonna jump here, Jim, I'm gonna jump ship on you here for a second. I've got folks with the, if you don't have anything else on road,
No, that's fine.
on the health department, going back up to item number 4, Lincoln Trail Health Department request. You have in your mail a copy of ordinance relating to tattoo establishments in our county. Looks like this. Yeah.
Bloodborne pathogens.
As over the last 5 or 6 years, I've served as chairman of the district health board and just relinquished that job here recently, but been involved in the health department on a regular basis. And this is probably one of the most important pieces of law that could be passed in our community. We have a few tattoo establishments in our community. I think Pablo, we introduce yourself and your folks when you get with him.
I'm Pablo Munoz. I'm the environmental director with Lincoln Trail District Health Department. And as Judge Watts mentioned, we have 2 tattoo establishments who also do body piercing here in Nelson County, as well as a couple who also do ear piercing. And basically what I'm proposing is an ordinance, a local ordinance, which would mandate bloodborne pathogen training for all those who do tattooing, body piercing, and ear piercing. Right now, the law assumes that those individuals will receive that training on the job. And a lot of times we're finding that they don't receive that training. So during the course of our inspections, we find various infractions such as the improper or illegal disposal of contaminated sharps, or individuals who don't have education on the various diseases which they may encounter throughout these tattooing. So basically what we are asking for is the mandated training which would give them the education prior to receiving a job tattooing or body piercing or ear piercing. Basically, it would be a $20 to $25 fee, and we would provide the education and the training. And if anyone were caught not in compliance, then we would also provide the enforcement for
The
this.
court doesn't have to manage that program. We run through the health department.
Yes. And so that's what we're asking.
Comments, questions?
Sounds like a good idea, but yeah.
Could entertain a motion to approve on first reading, advertise for a second.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Bernard. Second by Keith Metcalf. All approved, say aye. Aye. Disapproved? Motion carries.
And I'm assuming that you'll notify all these folks, even the ones in business and so forth.
Yes, there will be an open period for public comment that we will put it out, and then we will notify everyone of the requirement as it is written here. And then everybody who already has a registration, we will notify them of the 90-day retroactive period to get to receive the training. We will provide that training, and then from this point forward, once they come in to register and obtain their registration, we will notify them at that time that they are required to receive this training, and we will provide that training. So we will ensure that everybody does receive the training.
Let me just comment on Pablo and his staff at the Lincoln Trail District Health Department. I want to thank you for all your services. Pablo's only been with us a few years. How many years?
I got here in November of 2013.
13, yes. But he's taken over and done an excellent job. Took, I guess, Sarah Jo's place, who's now the director, and done an excellent job. And I'm glad to be able to, privileged to be able to work with you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we'll go to the annual supply list. Go down through the list here. Pretty simple. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Mago Construction. Mago was the low bidder, only bidder on asphalt. Asphalt service at $54.15. Asphalt base at $49.40. You go down through the list here. Cedar Creek Quarries was the only bidder for stone. And that's just a few pennies maybe higher than last year, not much.
A lot of the stuff's the same, to be honest with you, on the road.
Salt, that's $76.23. We've already approved that technically.
Yes, we approved it.
Yeah, approved that. Yeah. You want to keep it on your list, that way you keep it. Motor Fuels, DNR Oil submitted a bid. No, that was actually, that should be Motor Fuels. That's they were 5 cents above the rack price. That was the only bid received. However, it was a late bid, and it was a late bid. We have 2 options. We can kick it out and re-advertise, or we can negotiate with DNR for that 5 cents above rack price.
They sent it in the mail. So
It was about quarter after 15 after probably when we got their bid, but they've had the bid for several years.
We better throw it out and do it on,
I think that would be the most legal thing to do,
make it legal.
and I will do that.
Okay.
Road oils, those are all self-explanatory. The Marathon Petroleum Company was considerably cheaper than asphalt materials this year.
Here's the problem with that. When we have to go get a load of oil, we go to E-Town, and it's close,
Understand?
and our truck is old. Now, if we
Traveling
have-
20 miles instead of 40 miles.
now we have to go down the interstate and get it.
It's
on
about,
the west
based
end.
on the usage that we use each year, it's about $3,000 higher.
And gallons we used, I'm not sure. how
I did a
many.
calculation on it.
I haven't even looked at that.
Yeah, you used about,
I'm just saying it's gonna be hard to drive down there and get it.
if we didn't, we should have thought of that maybe before we bid or put a specification on that if we were going. I just talked to myself.
Yeah, I'm like Jim, that motor's hammered. An extra 20 minutes. We go, how many times do we go after it?
We'll go a couple times a day, go get a load, when we're chip sealing big time, or if we can just do one, but a lot of times it'll take 2 loads, take more.
They used to bring a
loads.
tanker.
When we get a lot of chip sealing, we'll bring a 5,000
We haven't done a
gallon
lot
tanker.
over the last few years.
No,
really.
we used to go get our tanker, because the E-Town's so close,
Right.
it's a 20-mile drive and we get it. And while they're getting prepped for the next site, they go get a load.
Now these prices are delivered prices.
The pickup is the one.
Yeah, but the delivered prices, they're delivered to you.
No, that's when they bring the big tanker, and
Yeah.
that's what we don't do very often.
Yeah. I understand.
So they won't just bring a dump truck load like Jim's does. They
Or-
won't bring a tanker.
Tanker, I don't know, I can call and talk, they bring, but they, we even, E-Town, Asphalt Materials wanted a 5,000 gallon minimum order to bring a tanker. They bring a 5,000 gallon tanker and they park it somewhere.
But that's about, those tanks hold about 8,000 gallons.
It's about 5,000 gallons is what it is, that's a full
Oh,
tank.
8,000.
Our machine, our truck holds about 1,000, 1,200 gallons. I mean, we can, I'm not too sure it's a big deal riding down there and getting load out of E-Town or whatever. I can do a dollar amount. I can't believe we're saving that kind of dollars.
But do you want to wait on that and check on that and we'll
Would
prove
you check back, get
everything?
back to us on that, Tim?
Yeah.
We
See
can prove
if we work
everything
out
but that
something.
came
See if we work out something on that. But I like to keep these people competitive. It's nice to have them
Oh, yeah.
competitive.
I like having 2 bids on anything.
And the-
Yeah, and I think Asphalt Materials fell asleep at the wheel on this quote,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, because they probably didn't think nobody else was gonna bid it.
This,
You're right, I mean, it's-
Marathon Petroleum actually sells a lot of fuel, a lot of this material to Mago too, for the blacktop.
Yeah, Mago goes down there with their tankers and gets it all the time from them.
On the pipe, Hayes Pipe Supply was a low bidder there. And then on the plastic pipe, Ferguson Waterworks. So why don't we, I'll recommend to the court approve everything but the motor fuels and the road oils. If I get a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
A motion by Sam Hudson, second by Keith Metcalf. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove. Motion will carry.
So then you want me to rebid the oil and fuel, and I don't know if we can get it back in before.
Hurry on it.
We'll just
We
continue
can-
on with our existing pricing until that. Okay.
And I'll communicate with Marathon, just get what they have.
See what they make available to you. You know, they may have subcontractors that haul that stuff for you for
See,
smaller tankers.
we also
Smaller-
use the chip seal, the RS2 to pack coat when we're patching. So, we use it for both things. It's not, it
Do you
works.
drive the tank truck over there and get it filled too?
Yeah. Packing doesn't take as much,
Yeah.
but, we have,
But then it'll be traveling to Louisville now, you're saying?
now I have to go to Louisville.
Keep it hot.
It's 24 miles, I can tell you, it's 24 miles to E-Town.
And it's about 44 to probably, to Louisville.
What I understand, the facility's to the west end over there by the,
It is.
Off of,
Down off of the Waterson, back down in there.
okay, the next order of business on the agenda is the city easement request.
one up real quick
Okay.
thing, and let me give these guys this thing for the asphalt. It kind of helps you. Yeah, this is based on Maywood's new price. When you have nothing to do and you want to pay your road, this is what it costs per foot.
Nothing to do, you want to pay a road.
Spend $50,000.
But these guys have a lot of nothings to do, but they sure can find a road.
What is it, 115 pounds per yard per inch?
Do what?
115 pounds per yard per inch.
110
110
per square yard.
Okay. Per inch.
Per
right?
inch, and we use an inch and a quarter basically, so. This
Where
is
at-
what I
where
give
do
this
you
to my
use this
foreman,
for?
when he wants to patch, he goes out there, he knows how wide, he can figure out how many tons he needs to order. It works out well. That's all I had to say.
Thanks, Jim. Good, that's a good report. I have to put some study into that.
Yeah, he told me one time about this. I said, that's why we hired you.
Next is a city easement request. Last court meeting, we discussed a request from the city to be granted a 10-foot utility easement on the property line between the county property and it would be Joe Donald Race's property. Then you want a 20-foot construction easement. So, but the 10-foot would be a permanent easement. And my only question to the court and to myself, and I probably need to identify this, Jeff, is that is a frontage piece of property that has a little more significant value than the other easement that we granted to the city. I don't know how the court feels about that, but I really like to have a professional tell me what that 10-foot permanent easement would do for the property value versus on setbacks and all that stuff that's required. Are you in a rush to get this project done, Jeff?
We
We want to be able to help you, but we also have a
we have
taxpayers.
October to finish the grant project. So, and Billy Gilkey's our contractor too, so I guess if he's putting that water line in for you, he's not going to be putting this one in. So,
And is this just for the underground electric?
underground electric and cable TV, we've got service to the bank that's currently,
Yeah, where will you tie in to the bank at? To the state right away?
yeah, there's, we're currently overhead today along this route from the pole at the back of the hotel with cable TV and electric, and they both go to this point. There's a cable pedestal right to the base of the pole. I think the cable's underground on the state in this piece of the route.
Why can't you go underground the same way?
It's blacktop parking lot.
It's just, yeah, but that would, like the judge said, it wouldn't hurt these values of these property at all.
They've already got an easement to this point, don't you?
For the water line.
For the water line.
And y'all have already started here, haven't you?
Well, we put this pad mount in to replace the transformer that's that's going to come down at the hotel, kind of in this overhead route, the parent easement, if you will. But
Jeff, so right now, it's overhead here.
Correct.
It's not underground, it's overhead.
It's over.
Right, I know, but I said, why can't they just follow that route?
Cable and
Go
electric is
underground.
overhead, and then electric's overhead here, cable underground. When they did the sidewalks, it was the cable.
I mean, you're just talking about a little bit right through here instead of going all the way down our property, all the way over here, all the way down.
No, they're gonna go down here.
We were gonna follow that wall.
It'll be on this property line.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll be in the state right away, basically, here, right? It won't be on us here,
We'll be in the state right away, correct.
but you're not showing that.
Right, we would exit that lot and attach to some existing underground facilities that are already pre-buried in the state right away.
Why don't we do the study first and then,
What I did suggest to the magistrates, Jeff, was to do an appraisal on the property. Because this is a valuable commercial piece of property, not like back here. And
Pretty valuable too.
building second, everything's got value. I tell you,
If it's not that valuable, yeah.
you buy that one, I'll buy that one for the same money.
Are we talking about needing to pay the fiscal court for an easement?
No, there's no, we're not asking for any money. We're talking about, you.
Just to see if the impact.
I want to know what the impact would
Okay.
be. Can you give me another couple of weeks on that?
Absolutely, yeah. And we could, in the meantime, we'll study on doing a directional shot
And we're
here.
not trying to be obstinate.
It's I mean, we'll have
If it
to,
was my property, I'd want to know the value.
we'd have to, that's awfully deep behind that retaining wall.
Setback.
when we do that directional shot, we'll have to open that hole up way down there, you know, we'll have to bore under the foundation of the wall.
We do have to get an easement from those people. You don't have the right to cut the parking lot.
We would bore it anyway,
Would you for it?
yeah.
You already got it these overhead,
Can you
so.
directional
Right.
bore all that?
Yeah.
You can directional bore all this right here?
Yeah, we would basically only have to get here.
Yeah, they're already there anyway with buried cables, is that correct?
Right.
You're not there with electric there,
No.
are you?
We have underground electric for the streetlights. That's what we were gonna do from this point anyways, pull an extra circuit up to the streetlight, and we just pipe it.
Well, if you can do that like you're talking about, it looks like to me that'd be the easiest way to go.
Well,
For you all in, though.
Because the directional
The
board's
depth
probably
is
more
gonna
expensive.
make it not easy.
We'll have to disturb this guy's garden again back here.
That's okay.
That's on our property.
Yeah,
That's our
okay,
fault. No
Yeah.
problem.
He cleans the fence line out to put some tomato plants in.
We already-
That's our
we already
deal
moved
with
the peppers
neighbors.
once.
Yeah, I go over every now and then and get me a green pepper.
We'll move his peppers again, and I think we can handle that, so,
You look at.
Just a wide open thought, you know, we've
You
studied.
only need to get to this point and then you're good to go.
Right. right,
Because you've got cables underground, you got the conduit underground all the way to here
correct.
for electric and cable.
Right, we have to do a little 4-foot tie between the junction box and the signal out there on the state right away.
You gotta have a transformer, pad mount transformer.
They're gonna have to do one here, he said, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna study the voltage job on it now. We were planning on putting a transformer here, it's a slam dunk on voltage then, but,
There's one there now.
that's
It's up there,
all.
it's up there.
You can't cross them, the electric current's match.
And we settled on all this, and that's on our legal document that was
I laughed when I saw that.
We hate to give that up and
Only if you
start
phase,
paying them a $7 month bill for a traffic signal that we're already feeding. Okay, well, thank you all for your time.
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll look at it, yeah.
Thank you.
It took Tim a little while to get the language corrected. Okay, the next order of business on the agenda is Lincoln Trail Area Development District Resolution and Agreement. You guys have a copy of that in front of you? He's got some.
I do have that one.
You got some red ink there. Our Lincoln Trail Area Development District helps support the workforce investment organization in particular. We call it the unemployment office. When someone is displaced by the jobs, they come in with a team and set up, like if anybody's moving out of town or people lose their jobs. Lincoln Trail's directly involved in that operations. The state contracts with those folks to do services, but what we need is an interlocal agreement allowing Nelson County to be a part of that workforce investment board. Motion to approve.
I'll make it.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor. Can I get a second? Now discussion.
question,
Yes.
does this affect the jobs of the folks that work out there?
No. No, these folks typically will work, most of these will work in E-Town at the district office, and they have a person or two that works at the local office here in Bardstown. And they actually go county to county. When they put together a team, they come from all the counties that are listed here.
And these are all the counties that's in
Lincoln Trail Area Development District, which is different than the Lincoln Trail Health District.
Right.
Which county backed out of this? They used to be part of it?
Not this is the Health Department.
Oh, the
The Health Department is
Okay.
Grayson, Stone, and Breckenridge.
Okay, I understand.
That's two different
I
agencies.
guess. I haven't.
All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. And that's something maybe that maybe the state needs to do, is get some training, credit hours for you guys to go to E-Town, spend half a day and learn about Lincoln Trail Area Development District. I make that recommendation, especially with new magistrates.
I'd like to.
And the health department, what they do over there.
Yeah.
'Cause you put a
Tim's
big-
on our health board too, by the way.
They put a big, I went over training, and there's a whole lot of things they do that you don't realize, you know.
And positive things.
And of course, it's our health department building down here, but they're in all the, what, six counties?
6 counties now, it used to be. But now, we have an option, bite my tongue even telling you this, we have an option to go out on our own as a health department, but you don't want to do that.
I don't see it being practical.
You let help people that know the business, take care of the business. You don't need politicians for that, I can tell you that. Okay, next on the agenda, and I put this on the agenda just more for notification purposes. After a review and talking to a couple of the magistrates here, and also in talking to some folks out, and they're a little more expert in the painting process and metal process, the Sutherland building is in dire need of painting on the all the metal on top. We've painted it over the years. Probably it was just what we call a typical paint job, but we come and boils down to being really the paint needs to be stripped off all there, and they use and they're going to provide me with this information. Oxidation needs to be done on the metal to make the paint stick, and then so I'm going to be advertising. I don't know how costly that's going to be, but you guys will get to see the results of it.
Well, the roof's in good shape. I looked at the roof. It's in excellent shape to be as old as the building.
What he's talking about, excellent shape, he's talking about the quality of it.
Seam sealed, it's all seam sealed, hand
no
seam
leaks.
sealed. There ain't anybody around that's got the time or the money to do a roof in today like that. And whatever we put on it won't be, my opinion, won't be.
We looked at maybe would it be cheaper to put metal on it, you get a 20, 25 year baked on thing, but the quality of the metal that we have up there is something you can't get today. So we're gonna get some professional companies to give us some.
Anybody locally does that type work?
I don't know. We'll investigate
You'll
that.
find out.
It'll be advertised, so I'll let you know.
Okay.
Now, last on our agenda, and by the way, this remind everybody, this is a special fiscal court meeting as determined by the Attorney General's office. When we move a date of a fiscal court meeting, we can only talk about what's on the agenda. And the last item on our agenda today is a fire department lease in regards to the volunteer, Bardstown-Nelson County Volunteer Fire Department desiring to lease from us the old Pick and Pay shoe building out there. We looked at, I think you're still looking at maybe one other option, but for of course today we want to at least entertain the idea of leasing the old Pick and Pay building.
Until we can get a building built out on the fairgrounds.
I understand.
On the fairground?
On the fairground.
He's acting one more like your husband every day. Isn't he?
That's a good spot for
At
it.
least it's not in Culvertown, I guess.
That's right.
You guys have a copy of the
Yeah.
proposed lease. Matthew was gracious enough to draw that up for us, and basically for the use of $1 a year. We're still determining the actual cost of the renovations, and we'll be determining who's going to pay for what as it moves forward.
How much renovation are you talking about?
Probably talking about, I noticed they're quiet back there right now. Probably talking about the, eventually a roof, not right now, but we're going to patch the roof right now. But talking about restroom facilities inside, upgrading maybe an office or two, maybe some new doors. No.
About $80 a square foot, probably.
How much?
Have you got room to do all that inside?
How many square feet is
The vacuum opening.
do you know? 6,000 and 6,000?
45.
Building
4,000.
So if you're gonna put bathrooms and heating and air and offices, you look at $80 a square foot type cost, plus a roof, you get close to $100 probably. You look a lot.
Getting a whole lot closer to building than that.
No, you still got the blocks and the steel trusses.
Still got the
But that's all-
foundation,
You're
yeah.
talking about a.
We're not, well, listen guys, we're not in the fire business. We're
And
trying to
then,
facilitate.
and the electric would have to be upgraded too, because it's probably shot.
We're going to look at all that. They're going to put together a list, working with a couple of local contractors.
You need a motion?
Motion to approve the lease.
I'll make that motion.
One second.
Motion's been made by Keith Metcalf, second by Bernard Ice. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Thank you.
Just good job, boys.
Motion to adjourn. Motion by Bernard Ice. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Sam Hutchins. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry.